And Gay and Adrian's fast filly here, Shamook Might, misses a run in the Coolmore and looks to get the soft kill here the race before. She's really strong favourite in the race, but how about this? Waterhouse, Price, Hayes, Waller, they're all here. Let's start off the quaddie with a bang.
Yeah, cracking race. And Shamook, what a classic Waterhouse type on-pace kicks fights. You've got to love her. Group 2, 1,500 metres. She gets control in the lead with Calculated on her outside, so a fair to steady tempo. We think it's going to be drying, good 3 to soft 5, just in case a couple more showers come through. And we talked about bias with all the data that we've got. We think it's going to be a fair bias with rail back into the true, but we'll be testing on Twitter later to see if we can do a better job of those forecasts later. Across the 3 key factors to kick us off. Stage of preparation is our progression factor. We're playing scope as well, which horses are improving, and position and run with a bit of a steady tempo at Dry Rosie, which horses get the gun run.
All the key factors to play their part over the quaddie legs and all day on the racing. Let's have a look at the market now for the first leg of the quaddie. And there's Shamook, as we said, strongly supported, $2.70 favourite here. Renewal in great form, 2 from 2 so far this prep, $5.50, a bit of a step up in grade Saturday though. Holy Snow and Murakeb from the Australian Guineas, $6.50 and $7. Calculated, the interesting runner there, coming back from his Gold Coast run and about 2 months off. But look at Shamook here, Mike, ready to go, you would think, peaking after last week.
Well, maybe she's had a long preparation, though, Stu. So look at the key factors later and see if she is going to peak on Saturday, because we're not quite sure. But we know her last run was good, wasn't it? Look at a Group 1 Surround Stakes. It's the first time this race has been a Group 1, so maybe Group 2 slight quality in the ratings, maybe. She's in the lead in the green colours. She's got a really good horse on her outside. She gives a kick and she runs pretty well, Stu.
Look, a horse that leads, kicks and all importantly fights, that's a great horse for mine. And you know, you can add that sort of attribute to the Rosehill track as well.
Yeah, she should like the Rosehill track, and she can hold her form. Obviously there's form, Group 1, proper Group 1 form around her. She did peak on her run over 1,400 metres this day, but it was a slightly testing track and a soft 5 at Ramax, very different to a dry Rosehill, which is an easier track to run across.
The other replay we're going to have a look at, we're going to take you back to August last year, and this is a run of Calculated. Now, July, sorry, it was. Now, a horse in this race out in front, Siege of Quebec, does find it very, very hard to get past. But here's Calculated just coming off the rail. They pretty much staged a 2-horse war down the straight, Mike.
Yeah, it's a bit of a different replay to look at because it's a couple of years ago, but we like to go left field. Sometimes Calculated alongside Siege of Quebec, they fight to the line. There's a massive gap to third. Tick, Dry Rosehill, he'll be fine. Tick, form around the Randwick Guineas horse, Siege of Quebec. And last start of looking at your form guides, he wasn't that far behind Pierrata when he was 3-1 no cover at the Gold Coast, which stamps that Randwick Guineas form. He's a good horse. All
right, so seriously tying in some good form lines there into the first leg. Mike, let's get stuck in now. We're going to take you through all the key factors and then we're going to wrap it up with a few bets. We're starting with the form here, Mike, for the key factors.
No points for guessing. Group 1 form. Shamook, the class filly in this race, light her up. She gets the gold bar for form.
There she is out in front. Right, stage of preparation, Mike. You've already mentioned it a few times. This is going to be important.
Yeah, progression is the risk for Shamook. We're not sure deep into her first preparation. We don't think that Waterhouse had the Coolmore in mind to start her preparation, or even this Group 2. So maybe stage of prep's a slight risk. Renewal, he's peaking third up. Unforgotten can improve as well.
And scope, oh so important.
Yeah, this deep into the preparation, we don't think Shamook will improve. Renewal, massive scope, massive upside. We haven't seen the bottom of this horse yet.
So Shamook keeping ahead in front. Renewal and Murakeb Calculated Parade. The race looks pretty on here, Mike. Position and run. Can this level it out a bit?
Yeah, it's just those 3 horses that get such a beautiful position and run, and they're quality horses. Shamook in the lead, Calculated on her outside. Murakeb's drawn the inside for a nice midfield smother.
So as we hit the line, Mike, it is Shamook there on top. Look, class has got to take her a long way, as you said here. But look, a couple of those key factors are telling me that she's no sure thing in this race. Is it the race for a bet? I mean, $2.70, there's enough there to say she's going to run well, but you've brought up the, is she peaking? Is she been trained for this? We've got the Australian Guineas form there, Murakeb and Calculators right there as well. So, Mike, how are we going to go here? Favourite on top, but look, is she going to turn up?
Yeah, not a huge edge in this market, is there? Maybe a Renewal's a slight lag because that bad barrier and way up in grade. But if any of the quaddie legs, this is the one to wait for the mounting yard, wait for the betting moves on Saturday. If Shamook turns up into the yard looking fantastic, she's going to be really hard to beat. Equally Calculated after a long freshen up and an okay jump out at Flemington. He's a big watch up to 1,500 metres. He could be the value play, but watch the yard, watch the